Maybe their friend is waiting to ambush her now.
That's what... was the doctor going to get off the bus as well? That's what I said!
Not very well either.
No, you're like 5 foot from her. No, they get people on the inside. Oh, I forgot we had custard creams this episode. Help yourself.
Thank you. She smiled!
You any good at serving coffee?
Bitch, please, I made the sweetest coffee you ever see.
Just don't ask what's in it.
A little bit of cooking. They keep coming back for more. Why would he leave it in the same place unless it's a trap? And she would know it's a trap.
Ah.
Setting, which, by the way, overheat very easily. Let's see. Now are you ready? First things first.
Oh, good.
I'm liking her this episode, actually.
On your wrist is a storm cage identifier. The most secure prison facility this side.
Oh.
Not in this time zone, of course. But I guess that's what.
Can you remember there was that animated 10th Doctor thing with Martha?
Escape or release.
Storm Cage was in that. No. Infinite Quest.
You're wrong.
Wow.
That's what they all say. Okay, 1 million. But
Or injure
Ah.
anything. It stops you from doing it, no matter how much you want to try.
Actually, I think I've heard of them, whether it was in Doctor Who before or just in another sci-fi.
You can't harm me. It has to be some of your best shots getting out of this time zone now. Looted criminal.
I don't know, time to think.
Is he just like a futuristic racist?
I realised tiny action.
He just have an argument with one black guy and he ended up in Storm Cage, so now he hates them all.
Who's lost his kick?
Maybe he's trying to fight a good way.
You think that makes a difference?
He wants to change history.
In what way though? That's
Maybe in a good way. He just
Yeah.
thinks that his way is a lot more effective. Like, in a way to repent.
Okay. It's more misjudged, misguided.
Well, we'll see.
He's a misguided bad
He's a
boy.
good guy at heart. He's learned his lesson.
He's a rebel with a heart.
Is Ryan from Dr. King from Dexter Avenue
Oh.
Baptist Church?
Martin Luther King. That's correct.
Play it cool.
And that loves you. Your name. Your grandma. The older ladies do love your
Ah, they just can't get enough of it.
Well, you know.
He's happy.
It's fanboying. It's like every guy at a convention.
I haven't done anything.
Oh, yeah.
You're on thin lines now, Ryan. Don't say anything, yeah.
In place. And how do we do that then?
We go on a mission.
Now we know what our task
We
is.
gotta make history.
Epic music's kicking in.
No changing it. Just guarding it against someone who wants to disrupt it. The bus is full.
Just say your name's James Blake.
Has to stand for white passengers. Ryan, don't mess with
Yeah.
charges here.
Be a dick, but keep history going.
Pretty simple.
Maybe that's what happens.
I mean, look at the 10th Doctor with the Mount. Whatever it's called.
Graham knows how to drive a bus.
You have to leave now. Right now.
Oh, I can. Our work sure starts in a couple hours.
We've got that too. Your company's already assigned someone to come here.
We're ready.
Start packing, bitch. No one's coming to pick you up.
Good job, Elvis Len flagged that mobile phone against everything I told him.
Oh, okay.
We need to
They
stay
actually
connected.
set him up for holiday then.
That's
Okay.
nice, in a way.
It's my grandson, Ryan. What the hell? No, Jimmy Blake. What's up, bud?
Oh, God.
You can't be here. Don't get out of my seat, you can. How do I see? Oh, so,
Grass is just as fine.
have the damn creek.
What about your beer?
Mine.
You done with that?
Here you go, right.
Can't
Mrs. Park.
leave it bro hanging, man.
Oh, God.
But my coat does. It's very valuable. I don't usually let it out of my sight. Thank you.
Got a
You
charity
worn it
shop.
over like 3 days.
But that's fine, charity shop. Vintage boots.
James Baker's got the closest possible.
Be a bit more quieter.
And neither are we.
I can hear you from back there.
This is your place. What about say this?
Jim boy, you again? Oh no, I literally get everybody.
You're 80 minutes behind schedule.
I don't know.
Shouldn't you be finishing up?
If a job is worth doing, it is worth doing well.
Oh, it's not that bad. She bangs on about that jacket, but she doesn't notice it.
Doctor's plan worked a bit too well.
You just made a little rip. Just a tiny hole.
That should just about love it.
Yeah, good. Come on.
I'll walk you out. You're on the way.
Come in, I promise. Please just wait for the bus. You don't tell me what to do, boy.
That was the one flaw in the plan. Maybe get Graham to run around telling people.
But your kind won't get above themselves. My kind. Your kind.
So he's just a futuristic racist.
Me, you're living in the past. In fact, you like the past that much. So why don't you stay there? Oh, it worked. That's all right. Thanks, Ryan.
There.
Come on, then.
Doctor, don't get off, Graham.
Yeah. They need to stay on to make sure there's enough
There's
people.
enough empty seats for white passengers. Rosa won't be asked to move. We have to stay on.
No, I don't want to be.
It's a bit too late, mate. She recognised him from 12 years ago? Sit your ass back down, girl. There we go. Oh, shit. Trumpets have kicked off. You know something's going on. That was a bit.
Stand up now. I don't think I should have to.
You're broken down and tired.
Someone's cracked the singing out again.
Living life on the merry-go-round. You
They,
can't
they were just perfectly next to a phone booth.
Then as I don't know what actually happened. to
No,
her.
I don't know, so I don't know how accurate. I mean, it couldn't be 100%
I think this is-
accurate
I think
considering.
it's going to be accurate from this point
They're,
on.
they're going to be as accurate as possible, but I don't think it's going to be 100% just because of how the Doctor and that lot are there.
Come on, Doctor, change it.
No, because
Change history in a way.
but this worked out for the better. That's the point.
Yeah.
On Monday, the boycotts begin. Across Montgomery, people refuse to use the buses as a response to Rosa's arrest. She changed the universe. Look at this.
Most of it. There was still one dickhead guy, but you know, there's always going to be that one dickhead.
Asteroid 284996, also known as Rosa's Heights.
Fair play. How? Which one? Could you be a bit more? Is it that big one that's coming? Doctor, we should move the ship. It's coming right towards us. Oh, okay. Is this like a song they made specially for the episode, or? Ah, I actually quite like that one.
Yeah, it was.
And the Doctor, I haven't got much from her, but she didn't annoy me with David Tennantness like she has done the past two
No.
episodes. They've toned down the David Tennant. I can't quite place anything now, but maybe that nothing is Jodie Whittaker. We just need to see more of it in order to distinguish it as her. But yeah, I actually really liked that one. You can tell because I wasn't taking the piss the whole time, and I was actually paying attention. I was into that. Sorry. Your opinions? Guessing not as good as mine, but...
No.
No?
It was a far better episode than last week.
It's the best episode we've had this series, I think.
Yeah.
That's... Of the 3. We're only 3 episodes in, but of the 3.
Well, it feels a lot more because they're an hour long.
But they're not.
Well...
Last time was only like 50 minutes. This time was only like 50 minutes. They've only added like 5 minutes. The first one was an hour long. So
and it's like,
BBC
gradually, nah, we're just getting lazy about this.
Yeah. BBC lied to us. They're not all an hour long anymore. But
Out of the 11th series, this episode
this
is the
is
best one so far.
And I don't know. We weren't making as many jokes, but maybe that's because it was quite a serious subject and we were actually engaged.
I actually wanted to know more about that history. I think Doctor Who's actually going back to its roots now.
Going back to
more
trying
educational.
to teach you. That's nice. I like that idea.
I don't mind that.
I really like that idea.
That was the whole point of it, wasn't it?
I've taken off my glasses. Please double check for me. We were recording all that.
Yeah, we were.
I shat myself. The camera's much further back now we got this shit. It was nice to have it was like a proper historical. I mean, yeah, there was still some alien guy from the future coming to bullshit around. But that was not the main point. That was not the main point of it. He was just there to cause the problems.
Yeah.
The main point of the story was to tell the story.
Yeah. And, by the repetition of who was driving the bus and the dates, it felt very educational. And if all, or the vast majority of the most Doctor Who episodes were very similar to this, yeah, I'll enjoy
You'd
it.
probably get more engaged than you have done so far. I can't see them all being like this.
Oh, no.
Because you need to kind of keep the sci-fi element. If you just did all historicals, it'd be a bit...
Yeah. But this
really...
episode, to me, has saved the
this
series
is giving
so
you
far.
It's giving you a little bit more hope. I had more hope than him to begin. Yeah. He had no hope. I at least had a bit of hope going into this episode.
I had a bit of hope on the very first, the first episode of this series, and then it just went downhill. Then 2 just plummeted.
You had hope before the series started,
and 3 was like, oh, what's this little fire going up here? Oh, a little flame, look, a little flame.
Something's finally tickled your balls a bit. Sorry, you did that hand movement, and that's just the cupping, tickling the balls gesture.
What about this?
Just fondling them about. Yeah, I don't need my hand. My head's usually in the way. But
wait, what?
What fondling? But my hand doesn't need to be there because my head.
Yeah.
This, despite the CBBC look, we're not for kids. If you're a kid and watching this, you're in deep trouble. Well, you're not in deep trouble.
Do you have
just
18 plus?
No. Maybe.
15.
I don't know.
At least 15.
We're at least a 15.
We swear a bit too much.
We're at least a 15. We have crude humour. We swear quite a bit. Anyway.
Offensive of your humour.
He's offensive. I'm gross. I've got a bit more of a gross out sort of squeamish type humour. Anyway, back to Rosa.
Shall we?
That's ratings, yeah.
Right, ratings, yeah.
I'm thinking maybe a 9.
Ooh, it's a bit high up.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the best we've seen so far. If I gave the first one a 7, I think we gave the first one a 7, the last one I think you gave the last one like a 4. But
yeah.
I gave the last one a 6. This one's I'm using the rest of this series as a judge now. This one's about a 9.
I'd say this one's a 7.
A 7 for you. He's a lot harder to please than I am.
I just know they put in a. I think I gave the first one an 8. I think I'm not too sure.
I can't remember
because I loved everything apart from the Doctor.
I think we gave it 7s, but I could be wrong.
But this one rating it lower is because it wasn't as much energy put in. It wasn't as long, but it was still good.
Right, so
It made up for its creative side and the story side.
you'd rate the first one higher, even though this one's better?
No. I rate the first one higher because a lot more work had been put into it. I love the interaction with all the characters.
Okay.
It would have been a perfect 10, but I didn't like the Doctor at that point.
Okay.
Not me.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what's going on with me and the Doctor.
Okay. Well, luckily I've stopped putting the number in the corner of these ratings. Because we have such like
I don't know why I
ratings
look.
where we start giving a number and then we change numbers and do whatever.
Mm.
So I couldn't be bothered to do all that anymore. So I give it a 9 and you give it a 7. No, it's good. It's the best episode of the series in my opinion.
Mm.
Definitely, I really enjoyed that. And we don't watch next times, so that was a surprise for me. Even then, I had no idea what we were going into. It's only because it had Rosa as the title and a brief description of the episode underneath. That's hard.
Yeah.
I tried not to read it, but the names
Kind of gives it away.
names
Just gives a
tend
little
to
hint.
stand out. Yeah, names tend to stand out in a sentence for me. They're the first thing my eyes will dot to.
Yeah.
So I didn't read the sentence, but I saw Rosa Parks. Okay.
Spoiler.
Anyway, kind of. They give away too much. Sometimes I wish I could go into this completely blind. That was 99% blind though. Anyway,
As a bet.
that was the best one this series. I really enjoyed that.
Mm.
Yeah.